how is the brand going to stand out if everyone essentially is using the same provider or backend?
They know their retention is going to pay off in the future. How do those companies stand out? Marketing.
How would you get them to 500K a month? What would a 90-day scaling plan look like?
Yeah, if someone's watching this, they should be doing this like now.
To zoom in a little bit more on email and SMS, do you have any tips for how we can make SMS effective versus spammy in telehealth?
Yeah, like general concepts, right? I guess the point I was trying to make before was like you're looking at telehealth from I look at telehealth like DTC marketing on steroids. And there are more funnels involved, more steps involved to actually get the customer to purchase. But yeah, SMS, like don't blast them with emails SMS blasts every single day, every single hour. Do it strategically, even with emails as well. Do it strategically. What we do is we'll build out foundational flows based on where the customer is pre-purchase. So if they left something in cart, which emails can we send out and which cadence? If they just looked at the intake form and they didn't even add to cart, what emails can we send them? Browse abandon, like all of these different functions that we can roll out from email side. Also post-purchase.
Right. And so does it depend how often we're sending emails depending on the flow and what kind of open rates we're targeting and potential revenue generation depending on the flow?
Yeah, because if you're looking at email, you're like, hey, we have this person's email. Let me just send them as many messages. But then you're going to be marked as spam, and then email deliver rates are going to go down. Your domain might get blocked off. So you want to be strategic, and you don't want to annoy the customer either who's interested, because we've all gotten those emails where they just sent too many emails and you're like, unsubscribe, right? If they sent you 2 in a row and like you're looking at I hit unsubscribe. If I get one like once a week or every other 2 weeks, I'm like, oh yeah, cool, I do remember this. Then I go finish work and I'm like, oh, I should probably go purchase that. So part of it is like strategy around email and when you're pushing these SMS blasts out. And the other part is more technical. You don't want it to hurt your domain either if a lot of people are marking your emails or SMS as junk or spam, because that's going to affect your open rates, your audience. They're not going to purchase. So there's a certain cadence to figure out for your customers.
Yeah, totally. And in terms of the technical integration component, how important is choosing the right telehealth provider partner?
This is the back end. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, things have changed quite a bit. Before it was all manual. And what I mean by that is like if you wanted to open up your telehealth company, you would have to partner manually with pharmacies, with doctors, like who's going to take that? Because like the doctor has to be in a specific state to prescribe that over to that patient. So you had to like manually set all this up. Now there's tools that provide that. There's pros and cons to that as well. Pro is everything is easy to set up. Like we could come to market very fast with speed. Is what we want. But there's downsides because everybody else is using the same provider, or a similar provider.
So how is the brand going to stand out if everyone essentially is using the same provider or backend?
Yeah. It's kind of like this whole drop shipping concept of everyone is using some company in China and just drop shipping. How do those companies stand out? Marketing, right? Or having a specific angle or an ICP for your telehealth company.
And that's ideal customer profile.
Yeah, exactly. So looking at it from a marketing lens, that's what's really going to make those companies stand out. How are you, which cohort or ICP are you targeting? Is it going to be like ladies that just had their first baby, right? This is specifically for GLP. Sexual health could be, are you going to target a younger audience? Are you going to target an audience that is older, 50 plus? Or are you going to target 20 to 30 or 25 to 35? Whatever that mix is, are they athletes or are they doing something? There's just so many different ICPs that exist.
Right.
You can't just go to market now and put out a just a generic thing
Yeah,
and just
because it's so
rely.
competitive.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
just rely on the product, right? Like it's not like that anymore.
Yeah.
And people have already, I think this is also the great part of telehealth is that it's so frictionless. There's also a switchover cost for the customer. Not cost in some sense, but there's friction for them to go, hey, I'm using XYZ brand for my weight loss, ED, sexual health space, hair loss, for them to switch over from one to the other. I got to do this appointment again. I got to fill out all my information.
Yeah.
The reason that they came to the platform or the brand was so that it could be frictionless. Now they're having to switch over.
Right. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so let's say a telehealth brand is at 10K a month right now. How would you get them to 50K or 500K a month? What would a 90-day scaling plan look like?
How much are they at?
They're at 10K a month now. They're just starting.
In revenue.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're kind of just playing with a little bit of water at this point. It depends on the vertical, to be honest. But let me answer this. Let's just assume it's any space or any product space or industry in the telehealth side. First step is to figure out like what has worked for you, because you obviously got 10K per month somehow. How did you get to that point? And then on the side, you're looking at, as a business, what am I going to do to stand out from the competitors? And literally from that USP, your unique selling point, sit down and think about it. Is it going to be a different ICP? Is it going to be a different offer? Is it going to be a different bundle? There's a million other things out there as well that you could be looking at. Is it going to be customer service? Is it going to be folks in the military? I'm coming back to ICP now. Figure that part out and then build a landing page for that specific USP. Build ads for that specific USP for that landing page, and then test that funnel out with paid ads. With paid ads, you can do that very quickly, right? We don't have to sit around, wait for 6, 7, 8 months to see, hey, did my offer work because I just put it on the website. You are marketing your brand with that unique selling point.
Right.
So yeah, if someone's at 10K, like really evaluate how are you going to be scaling this to 50K, 100K. Now that's from a marketing funnel perspective. The other compliance thing, like, okay, you got legit script verification. Do you have a funnel that can operate at a higher revenue as well? I've had someone come to us and they're like doing some things through chat, like WhatsApp or something like that. Like that's not going to, or they're doing manual lead intake forms and then copying that, sending it over to somebody else for the doctor. So make sure your funnel is also scalable.
Right.
But coming back to it, you should be using Meta pretty much from an advertising perspective. Test out different offers and funnels, and then wait for the different offers to showcase the results on CAC. So one offer might have a different CAC.
And where are we now in the 1 to 30 days? Are we still in 1 to 30 days?
Yeah, you should be doing this pretty much immediately.
Okay.
If someone's watching this, they should be doing this like now.
Okay.
What has worked for you before? How are you going to stand out from the rest? And then do you have email marketing, SMS enabled? I'm not saying you need to do it at 10K, but in that second month is where I would come in and enable email SMS.
Okay.
But that requires planning because you're planning that out month number 1.
Right.
Right. So if someone is there first 30 days, evaluate how I'm going to go to market to truly scale, make sure the funnel looks good and it's scalable. Start thinking about email SMS, start building those foundational flows out in month number 2. Foundational as in like welcome series, add to cart, browse abandonment, all these things. Promos, 4 times a month you want to be sending out emails to your audiences. You're now setting up segments in month number 2.
Okay.
And a lot of that, if you figure out month number 1 and month number 2 correctly with Meta and email SMS, you should be at a very healthy number, starting to get to a very healthy number month number 3. And truly sit there and also evaluate. We had one client that was getting great CAC numbers, and we had to have a discussion with them to go, hey, like your business economics make sense. Let's scale this up. On top of that, during this whole 3-month process, add creatives as well.
Right. And what kind of volume should we be looking at in terms of creatives?
At what spend?
Oh, it depends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fair. 100K.
100K a month, probably like 60, 70 ads.
A week, are we talking?
A month
Okay.
at minimum.
Okay.
And remember, you're going to diversify between like UGC, POVs, like static ads as well, motion ads, all of these ideas.
Right. Okay. And so what would be the main focus 90-day?
Like scale up
60 to 90 days.
Yeah, scale up to 50, 60, 70K a month.
Keep scaling what you found to be working.
And drop the stuff that's not working.
Right.
There are so many components, right? Like, who are you targeting? What do your ads look like? So you have to have a proper setup. Like, hey, when do I turn an ad off? When do I scale this ad?
Right.
How do I scale it in the meta marketing, like the meta ads manager? Do I move them from one campaign to the other? Do I take that same ad and put it in multiple different campaigns to see how it evaluates there? Like, these are all things that now boil down to true performance marketing. We also had clients that just said, hey, build we were doing great for them, and they were like, no, we want to build one single campaign and just put all the ads in that campaign, and ended up destroying their ad account. We told them not to do it, destroyed their ad account.
Too many eggs in one basket.
You can't scale with that. That's the thing.
Right. What have you learned in the last 30 days that's changed your strategy in telehealth?
I mean, we've already touched on email, SMS. We've already touched on ad creatives. Last 30 days, I'd say biggest thing is like the compliant ad creatives coming out. And the reason I say that is because of FDA jumping into this and looking at all these larger brands. The younger brands are now a little bit more afraid of what they can put out, which they should be. This is why you should be consulting with the legal team. Being more mindful of the ad creatives that you're putting out there so that you can stay healthy with your advertising platform. You're not running into any issues as well from a legal perspective. I would say, yeah, last 30 days, just being a little bit maybe softer on the ad creatives so you can push through this period and continue testing at the same time.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to hit you with a few rapid fire ones. Okay. We're going to start more on brand and then just some fun ones so we can get to know you. What is an overused strategy in telehealth that doesn't actually work?
Overused strategy in telehealth that doesn't actually work. I don't know, the guy with the flyers that he was pushing.
It didn't work? It didn't work?
It's not scalable, right?
But the billboard got you.
The billboard did get me, yeah, you're right, which is great for brand presence and building. Yeah, strategy in the telehealth space that doesn't work. That's been overused, is that what you mean? I see like a lot of brands just putting out the same ad creatives where they just have like, hey, this is my product, go to the page, but like be a little bit more creative with that, be a little bit more brand building with that. Because think about it from the customer's end, they're seeing these ads all the time. They will see product here, another competitor, another competitor, make them stand out, make them look clean, professional, modern, or whatever your branding is. Before, you could just put out these basic ads and you would do okay. But now you have to really focus on the creative. So things are changing.
Yeah. What's something most telehealth founders believe about scaling that is just not true?
I think a lot of times people think like, let's say at 20K per month ad spend, they're hitting a certain CAC. They're just like, hey, we want to scale this ad up and we're just going to take this one ad that's doing amazing on this platform and just spend 500K on it. It's not going to work as what you might imagine. Like you're going to see CAC increases. The structure on your ad account needs to be set up differently from a paid advertising perspective. And you have to diversify your creative. Just because an ad is winning at a certain ad spend doesn't mean if you just crank it up to $1 million a month, it's going to keep crushing at that scale.
Okay. What's changed in the last 6 to 12 months that most telehealth brands haven't adapted to?
Competition for sure. Like there's just so much more competition. To be honest, there's companies popping up like daily, weekly in the same space. And they're all trying to use Meta. They're trying to think about email SMS. They're thinking about lowering their CAC. And if you look at the space, like before, companies were charging more for certain products. Now pricing is becoming important and they're cutting down their price points, which throws off your economic balance of LTV and CAC.
Harsh. It has been a slice of pepperoni pizza. Great chatting with you. We will chat again soon.
Sounds good. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.